In our last adventure video, we did some urban camping in California where we ran into more critters than we've ever seen before. A gigantic rat just fell out of a tree. This week, I hit the road for a quick solo camp trip off Lovell Canyon Road, where I test out a new one-pot meal on the Tembo Tusk Skottle and hung out under the stars. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Tonight we're doing some solo truck camping out in Lovell Canyon Road. If you guys are some OG subscribers to the channel, you guys may recognize this spot because this is actually one of the first spots we had ever camped out near Vegas when we first moved here. It's kind of hard to recognize though, honestly, because they've cut down a ton of the trees out here just to make more room in this general vicinity. There's a bunch of big fire pits, which isn't normal because usually out in this area, you are not allowed to have fires normally. There was a sign driving in saying no campfires, so super quiet out here, guys. It's a Wednesday night, so there isn't a lot of people out. How awesome. This is a really cool spot. Let's get camp set up before it gets too dark. This is my third freaking intro that I've tried to film. The first one, the camera died on me. Second one, my microphone died on me. So third one, hopefully it's the charm. I don't know if it's the best one, but here it is. Let's go. Got a new piece of gear that I'm trying out, and they've been gracious enough to let me give this a shot. This is the Rux 70-liter storage gear bag, and testing this thing out. Got the camp trash can in here, and what we're going to be cooking with tonight, which is the Tembo Tusk Skottle. So this thing's pretty cool. Karate chop it like that to fold it down into just like a little cube thing. Holds about 50 pounds though, which is pretty sweet. It's weatherproof and it is a 70-liter rucksack, and you can hold it a bunch of different ways. So there's actually backpacking straps like this, so you can hold it like a backpack or sling it over your shoulder. But just a really cool, versatile bag. I love that you can fold it down really small as well. It's pretty customizable to whatever you need it to be. So right now, what I plan on using it for is just miscellaneous pieces of gear in the truck where I just need to put things away, like some of the smaller stuff, right? Like water, sleeping caddy, some blankets, lights, stuff like that. Just random stuff that's just kind of floating around back here. Our shoes. In the wintertime, I want to try and use it for our snowboarding gear, our helmets, gloves, hats. Could even use it in the summertime when we're in like California, hitting the beach. Put our beach gear in here, get like some lunch in here. And there's a bunch of different little add-ons that you can do as well, where you can attach certain little bags to the sides here, get it organized. It's weatherproof, so just water and dust proof. So tonight what I'll probably do is I'm going to test it out and use it as like a little side table for my chair. Right now it did hold our Tembo Tusk Skottle. So tonight for dinner, we are actually going to be making some Alfredo pasta. 1 pot Alfredo pasta on the Tembo Tusk. It's so nice right now, guys. It's like 70 degrees. Got camp all set up. My GoPro freaked out, so I did not get all the footage that I thought I was getting. There are a ton of crickets out. Got the fire going, using the rucks as my little camp table. Got the Tembo Tusk Skottle rolling. I also did bring a little bit of water. Oh yeah, and you guys missed the dude that stopped by really needed a lighter. Told him he could have it, but he dropped $2 on the floor and drove away. So that's cool. So tonight, also, I got some brand new camp slippers. Shout out to Kyle for giving me these as a birthday gift. Really freaking cool. They're from REI and they're just like a better Croc, essentially. So these are going to be sweet. I'm going to wear these inside the camper tonight. Let's grab ourselves a cold one here. Something new that I'll try out is this Soul Michelada. We went to this Italian festival in Vegas this weekend. I can't remember what it's called. There was like a whole area for like rides and everything, and it was a good time. So thanks to Kyle for inviting us out, and also for giving me these brand new kicks for camp. Appreciate it, man. But we had some micheladas over the weekend, and that's why I ended up grabbing this at the store. A Soul Chelada, a flavorful and refreshing mix of beer with natural tomato, spice, and lime flavors. Comment down below, do you guys like micheladas? We had a really good one over the weekend, so that's what kind of gave me inspiration for this. Wish it was kind of a smaller version, but, you know. Cheers, guys. Oh, that's pretty good. Kind of wish there was a little bit more beer, but it's tasty, that's for sure. I don't know if I'm going to be able to drink all of this, but I'll do my best. Let's send Carly a quick message here. Let's hope he's not dead. It's been a while since I've turned him on. All right, let's send a quick message here. Sending it off, just one of the quick messages. I'm checking in, everything is okay. And then it'll also send her a link to where I'm at. I need to get away from this tree here. I don't think you guys can see how dark it is right now, but it's pretty dark. There we go. Text message sent, letting Carly know that we are alive and well. There's no signal on this road, so if you guys are wondering, farther you get down Lovell Canyon, you get zero signal after that. So right now I got an SOS bar on my phone. Actually, I don't even have an SOS bar. I got zilch. I'm saying goodbye to the Michelada. It's just not hitting the spot. Go grab a Voodoo Ranger. Juice Force is exactly what I'm feeling. Actually, no. Let's do this big ol' 805. Let's do that. Oh man, guys, the stars are gonna be so awesome tonight. I'm really sorry, Michelada. Comment down below, do you guys like 805? Very good, just basic beer. Cheers, y'all. So much better. Just a cold beer at the end of the day after you get to camp, get everything set up, and then you can just relax. There's something about it. This was not it. Like, I should have drank this for breakfast. It's kind of a waste, but that's all right. It's not bad, though. I feel like if I mixed a little bit of this with some 805, might be a little better, but I'm a little done with the chilada and the tomato. I'm already having Alfredo tonight. I'm about to hit 5K subscribers, so I think I'm going to do a Q&A special. So if you guys have any questions that you want to ask me about anywhere, travels, you know, life, whatever, leave a comment down below and I'll try and answer those on my 5K live. I think I'm going to do live, guys. I've never done live before, but if that's something you guys are interested, I'm down for it. Some of you guys have already asked about like a Q&A. I'm down to do it if you guys are interested. Give me questions because I can't just talk to myself. You know, I do want to do something special for my 5,000th subscriber count, so that's super exciting. I've been on this journey for over 3 years now, consistently posting, trying to make better videos, so I appreciate every one of you guys that have said that you guys really enjoy the content. So hopefully the videos just keep getting better from here, guys, so I really appreciate all of the support. Oh man, the moon is coming out. It's coming out right here. Time for dinner. All right, guys, so for dinner tonight, we are making one pot chicken Alfredo. Grab this guy, throw him over here. I really didn't want to forget the cheese grater, so I threw it in the cooler. And the chicken. I bought some chicken breast earlier, and I've already pre-diced it and everything, so that's why this chicken is not looking super store-bought. So I cut this chicken up just a little bit ago, cut it up and just threw it back into its original container. So this is like a relatively simple meal, I guess. Doing it as a one pot might be a little different, but I think we should be all right. Need a few measuring spoons right here. And also some oil for the chicken and some salt and pepper. Right here. Utensils and cutting board. A few plates. Probably just one plate. Okay. First up, we're going to melt the butter. Medium-high heat. We need 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. 2 tablespoons here. Yeah, whatever. So we're going to brown this for about 4 minutes. Flip them over, just kind of get them browned on either side. Just got the chicken off, get some garlic going. About 30 seconds until it's fragrant, which is pretty much right now. We need to get our chicken broth, which was not ready. So what we're gonna need is some chicken broth and our noodles. these here. Some low sodium chicken broth. Trying to be healthy since this all this butter on Alfredo is probably gonna kill me. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Butter, a little butter's not gonna hurt you. 4 cups of chicken broth, which is essentially gonna deglaze the pan. Hopefully this all fits. I'm a little bit scared. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn it way up so that we can get it simmering. Get this to a boil, let it simmer, and then eventually we'll put in the pasta after it's boiling. I'm so sorry, Michelada. I tried. Yeah, that is not beer enough colored for me. Not this late at night. I'm just scraping the bits off the bottom of the pan, some of that caramelized garlic with that butter. Oh, it smells like butter. My goodness. And this is what I'm talking about. The Tembo Tusk does really well with like wet dishes, so I'm stoked for this pasta. I need to pour in the pasta, prep the Parmesan, and then cut up some of this parsley. Pasta I got is some penne rigate. Penne rigate? Rigate? Penne rigata? I don't know. Anyway. Alright, so stir well. Let this simmer for about 8 minutes. And what I'm also going to do is just cover it up so it'll steam up here. Cup and a half of heavy cream in there, mixing in that chicken that we just browned on either side. And remember, we didn't cook the chicken all the way, so essentially all of this is just gonna mix until the milk starts evaporating. Cover this up, let it cook the rest of the way, cook the noodles and the chicken, and then we're gonna mix in the Parmesan and parsley. Now we're gonna mix the Parmesan cheese in there. Man, guys, it's getting cold for my desert self. Like an extra beanie. This will do. I was looking for my beanie, but I think that's in my snowboarding gear. It's time to gear up for winter, y'all. Or at least, you know, colder winter camping. All right, guys, pasta is ready to go. Yes. It smells so good. Oh my gosh. This looks so good. We got like some fried little cheese pieces at the bottom too. This would have looked way more aesthetic in a bowl, but oh well. So I'm gonna throw a little bit more Parmigiano on there, then get some parsley. The final product. It smells so good, and I feel like with this cold air, I have to eat this quickly. This thing's just gonna cool off so fast. Yes. I feel like it could have used just a little bit more milk to kind of cream it up a little bit. That's what this is missing, is more sauce. I think if I added more butter and maybe a little bit more heavy cream, maybe it would have been better. Like, this should be creamier, but it might be because it said to warm the cream before you put it in the pot with everything else. I feel like I should add more butter to this. I'm starting this up again. I'm trying to make more sauce here. Alfredo is just a bunch of butter and some heavy whipping cream, so I'm going to get a little bit more in here, get a little creamier. I did already add the Parmesan though, so I don't know if that's going to backfire, but we'll find out. Chicken broth, another tablespoon of butter, and a little bit of whipping cream, letting it get to a boil, and then we'll mix it up. Hopefully that's good to go. I know I'm probably butchering this Alfredo right now, but oh well. We got a little bit of burn on the bottom, but I think that was necessary to give this pasta a little bit more time. But let's try it out here. See how this goes. Version number 2 pasta. Much better. The noodles are definitely now al dente. Taste a little bit like burnt cheese, but that was because I already put all of the Parmesan in. So yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. I just put the cheese in too soon. I should have let it cook a little bit more with the milk, maybe a little bit more broth in there, a little bit more milk, a little bit more butter, and then put the cheese. This would have been better. But with that being said, the flavor's still there, guys. I mean, this is a good 7.5 out of 10. Much better though. Not perfect. I gotta work on some things. This is the first time I'm making Alfredo that the sauce didn't come out of a jar, so doing this on the Tembo Tusk though, you definitely need a little bit more broth. I know what to do for next time, that's for sure. Damn, y'all. I could have fed an army tonight. I should have put this on the other pot, because, oh man, the other pot was bigger. I was just looking for something to contain all this for the night. I really should have brought my bigger Tupperware, but this is one of those collapsible Tupperwares, so I'm going to put the rest of it in here. Get this cleaned up, so I had to get everything off the stove here. Cleaning the Tembo Tusk Skottle, usually I just kind of put it on high, get some water on there, and just start scraping the bottom. Then I'll put some paper towels on here and wipe all this off and just keep going. And then end it with some oil, and I'm just going to burn some oil right on it. I did find something new at the store. I figured I'd give it a shot. So this is by Mr. Beast Feastables. I know he came out with a chocolate bar. I've never tried it, but I saw these on the shelf and I love me some cookies. So let's see how these are. Feels as soft as like those red Chips Ahoy, maybe a little softer. Yeah, this tastes like a Chips Ahoy, like just a little bit thicker than a Chips Ahoy, but it's got that same like softer consistency. It's definitely not a crispy cookie, a soft baked cookie. I mean, they're not bad, but definitely not something to write home about, you know. Yeah, it's alright. Would I buy these again? Probably not. Plant-based and gluten-free. Tembo Tusk is all cleaned up. I'm just recoating it a little bit with some oil, letting that burn off. For dessert, we're gonna have some milk tea, some taro milk tea. I've had this in my fridge for forever, and I've been meaning to bring it out and try it. But cheers, y'all! Little dessert nightcap here. Ooh, that's good. Ready to jump into the camper, hang out in there for the night. those are amazing. Thanks again, Kyle. Put this window down. It's kind of cold, y'all. It is 61 degrees. Oh man, that is so sad. I'm not used to these temperatures, okay? Alright, I'm gonna get into bunk mode. I feel like bunk mode's the best because I can just like hop up into bed, you know? Let's flip this around. GFC finally got back to me about this, and they gave me a little self-repairing seam kit, so I'm gonna give that a shot this weekend, and I'll film it to show you guys how it works. I am seeing a little bit of delamination right there, unfortunately. This one's okay. I've now had the GFC for about 2 years. This October, camped quite a bit in it. It's doing all right. So GFC did give me a couple different options to repair it. First one was for me to totally take out this entire tent, ship it over to them. They'd pay for all this at the shop, repair the seam themselves. It's about 100 degrees in Vegas. Ain't nobody got time to sit outside and take off a tent, which I guess takes a couple hours. And I was like, I am never going to be able to do that. The second option was travel to like San Diego, their closest GFC shop to us, coordinate with the shop in San Diego, and they would send them the new tent. For this model, the GFC shop in San Diego would uninstall this one and then reinstall the brand new tent. The third option, which is the option I went with for right now, is for me to repair this on my own. They gave me the glue, they gave me some instructions. So we're going to repair the seam. If the seam does not stick and it's just, you know, multiple seams start falling apart, what we'll end up doing is option 2, which is for us to travel to San Diego, because we love San Diego, so it would just be a good excuse to go over there. So I'm not complaining about that. So that's going to be our backup option if my DIY seam from their repair kit and their tools, if that doesn't work for these, then we're just going to get a brand new tent installed at GFC in San Diego. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. What might be the reason for this, it's on this side that we hang our fan. But honestly, the fan's not that heavy. It's not like I like force it into the seam. So this is the fan that we use. I mean, it's really not that heavy. It's like, it's not that big either, and it's not that, whoop, trying to run out of my hand, but it's not that thick. So that's what's interesting is like, you know, I wouldn't think that this is the sole reason of these seams coming off. But that is one big difference here, is that I usually put our fan inside the little seam right here. Yeah, so that's one big difference here. I don't know. Maybe this is making a difference and I shouldn't do that. T-track hook right here, and then install like a D-ring or something. That way I can just like hang it. Curtain broke again. I'm pretty rough on these, so these Velcro strips that I'm using are just super intense, so that is why. Settle in with a movie here. On the movie list tonight, we're watching Outlast. It's kind of like Alone, but I guess in Alaska, so let's see how it goes.
Are willing to do whatever it takes.
Do you want to win this game or not?
You know, my upbringing. Reach me the axe and I'll clean this out and get us a place to start a fire if you're doing this. Come on.
The sun rises once again. All teams are feeling physically weak.
We can only eat seaweed so.
Good morning. Brr, it is so cold. My feet are cold. I'm a little underdressed for this weather. I'm sleeping kind of sideways. I was a little off level, so if you're wanting a not very good night's sleep, definitely park not level. I was not paying attention to my Well, that's nice. The sun's finally coming out over the mountain. Oh man, these are so comfortable. Definitely my new camp shoe. Don't have much for breakfast, so I got this brown maple oatmeal. Doing some Insta Starbucks Vita. Get the damn thing open. What a great morning. Super quiet. There's like nobody out here. I haven't seen a single car go by. It's just been really relaxing. go ahead and get camp all taken down here and packed up.